So skin analysis, we're gonna look at her skin. This is her second treatment. So we've already decided that she's acne prone skin. She is combination. So her skin's not overly oily. She's got some dry spots and she's got some oily spots. So we're gonna do the resurfacing treatment on her. It is the set that has the green looking powder, not the white. So the green looking powder, it's how I remember it. It's the resurfacing set and it's for acne prone skin. First things first, you're gonna cleanse the skin really good. You're just gonna use a gentle cleanser. You don't want anything active. Just get the skin prepped. For her skin type, I'm using a gel cleanser. Gel cleansers are good for oily combination skins. They're not too drying. You're always going to do a double cleanse.
What type of soap are you using as far as the cleanse?
This is a gel-based cleanser. Gel cleansers are good for all skin types. They're really good for oily and combination skins. They're cleansing without being too drying.
Is it part water as well?
It's whatever cleanser they want to use.
My sister's still smiling because she thinks that was funny.
Because you asked me a question I didn't know the answer to. I haven't read the ingredients on that cleanser, so I don't really know. I'm sure it has water in it, but I don't know what all the ingredients are. I start talking and sound like I know something, then you ask me a question I don't know.
Yeah, I was wondering what you were going to say to that.
I'm sure it does have water in it. All right, so we're going to open these things. I'm going to get close on this. They have arrows, so you're going to pull this direction toward the arrow. Pulls down and then over.
poured one into the other.
Mm-hmm.
How long does it take to activate this?
You just shake it up, get it mixed.
Okay.
Not really any time. But I shake it up and then put this on because it kind of gets clogged up if you try to shake it up with the nozzle on. Okay, so now you're ready to apply it to the face. All right, to apply this, we're gonna start with little dots. We're gonna press those in. We're gonna go all over the whole face, and then we're gonna start our timer. You wanna be careful to not let it run in the eyes. Now we're turning our face. Just getting it applied.
Is there any place you do not put it?
Do not get it on the lips. Do not get it around the eyes. You want to leave a margin around the eyes. If your client wears glasses, you want to avoid where their glasses sit on their nose, because it will make them raw in that area. So right now your client is feeling a little bit prickly, but they're not feeling as much as they're going to feel in a second. Lily, how would you describe this part?
You can barely feel it, really.
This is a treatment you're going to get more aggressive with each time they come in. So you want to do a conservative treatment the first time, see how their skin reacts. Let your client know that they may not peel every time they have a treatment. It's all according to what their skin needs at the time.
I didn't peel very much at all, but it did change my skin quite a bit.
Right.
And this is the second
This is the second.
for her? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
After mine, I kind of felt like I wanted it again. It's a strange thing to,
Yes.
it's like, man, I love the feeling so much, I want to do it again.
I love the plumpness and the pinkness.
Yeah.
I want that effect all the time. Okay, so now that I've got her completely covered, I'm going to set my timer for 10 minutes, and I'm going to work some more of this into her skin. Hey Google, set a timer for 10 minutes.
All right, 10 minutes. Starting now.
So this time I'm going to do tiny little circles. I'm not putting much pressure at all. You want to keep it wet. If it starts to get dry, shake your little bottle, put it on again, shake it.
Is there a certain amount of time that you stay in one spot?
No, you want to work over kind of quickly because you don't want more friction in one area. So you want really even friction. You don't want one part of the face to be more raw because you worked it too much. Just very light pressure, little circles. Their skin will begin to turn pink, and that's how you know that you're doing the right level of friction. You don't want it to get too red. You don't want your client to be in pain. If your client complains that it's hurting, lighten up your pressure.
So, do you generally use the complete bottle?
Yes. I'm kind of focusing here on her breakout areas, just very lightly. I'm not pressing very hard, just gently brushing the skin with my gloves, basically.
Excuse the noise. Sounds like we just got on a jet airplane.
We can probably cut the sound and just do voiceover.
No way.
Is it feeling more scratchy?
Yeah, not too bad though.
Okay.
I feel like the most tender spots are like the cheeks.
Yeah. So you're going to gauge your treatment kind of on your client's skin and their pain level. This should not be a painful treatment. So if you get to the point that your client is hurting, that's when you need to stop. This is a client that was considering Accutane, and this was a let's try this before we do a very strong medication. So I'm really excited to see her results and see if we can keep her from taking Accutane. I feel like that's my goal as an esthetician, is to keep kids off of damaging medications for acne. Starting again. We still have time left on the timer. Now this time I'm going to press. I don't want to do too many circles because I don't want to tear her skin up. I don't want her to be too swollen and inflamed from this. So now I'm just going to pat this in. This is kind of a medium pressure. More pressure than I used on the circles because I'm not causing friction. I'm just pressing these needles into her skin. So when you're pressing, you can use a little more pressure than when you're doing circles. Your circles want to be really gentle. Pressing can be a little bit more aggressive. This pressing method is also good if you have a client with a lot of active breakouts, a lot of pustules, a lot of redness. This pressing motion is not going to open any of that up. They're not going to have any bleeding. You can also do extractions before you start this treatment and extract anything that looks like it's ready. And then you just press the spicules in. So as I'm pressing, I'm creating micro channels with these sponge spicules. They're gonna stay in her skin for 48 hours, and then they're gonna come back out. She may peel as they come back out, she may not. But either way, her skin is gonna undergo remodeling from the inside out because these sponge spicules are gonna get in there and they're going to trigger the healing response. And the healing response is going to get rid of these breakouts, and it's going to heal the scars. body is going to be stimulated to make collagen, elastin, hyaluronic acid, and new skin.
How many treatments?
So it's recommended that you do 4 treatments for optimal results. After the 4 treatments, you can go on maintenance and do this monthly if you'd like. It is safe to do every 2 weeks until you have your optimum result. Just pressing it in, trying to get rid of these little congested closed comedones. The nose is really hard to get cleared up because those pores are so tight on young people. So these sponge spicules, they really do a good job of working their way into those little congested pores and releasing all of that oil, bacteria. On some clients, you'll actually see the oil come out as their skin peels. It's really neat. This treatment is so safe that I have done it on my 9-year-old daughter, who is starting to get preteen acne and breakouts on her nose and chin. We did this treatment on her nose and chin. It cleared up her breakouts in 1 session. Just pressing it in. She said the cheeks are the most sensitive, so you might use a little bit less pressure on the cheek area. It's always good to communicate with your client, ask them how they're feeling, and gauge your treatment on how they're feeling. You're going to have 4 sessions with this client, so you may want to start out a little conservative, see how their skin is going to react, see how they like the treatment as it heals. The skin does itch as it heals, so you want to make sure that your client can handle that as you go up in time. With the spicules, the itching will be a little bit more intense.
As far as the maintenance for the client when they leave, what is something that they do and don't do?
So this treatment is so convenient for the client because there's no downtime and there's no aftercare, really. We're not breaking the skin, so there's no risk of infection. We're not using any chemicals, so the skin's not going to be red. You're going to be pink, which is great, but it's not going to be like a chemical peel where it's super sensitive underneath. Hey Google, timer off. So basically the client, hey Google, timer off. So basically the client is just going to take care of their skin as they would for gentle skin. They're going to moisturize really well. They're going to wear sunscreen.
So as far as washing, showering, their normal routine,
Yes, normal routine.
When they go home?
Just no exfoliants. No exfoliants, no active products that exfoliate like retinol, alpha hydroxy acid, beta hydroxy acid. You just want very nourishing things on the skin after a treatment. All right, next step, we're gonna take this off. I like to take it off with a cool towel. The cool feels really good on your client. They just had this active treatment. They're gonna be kind of burny. The longer you use the spicules on the face, the more active their face is gonna feel. Your client might say, oh, I feel like I'm on fire. This cool towel takes that sensation out. And then the treatment mask furthers that cooling process. You want to just be very gentle when you take this off. Remember that when you touch the spicules, you are pressing them into the skin. So just be gentle. Careful around the eyes. Remember, if they wear glasses, you want to not get it here. I grab this little breakout over up there.
I was wondering if that was gonna pop by itself, because last time I had a few that needed pop, but the treatment
You did it.
popped them.
Okay, so this is our treatment mask. It's a sheet mask. You're just gonna pull it out and situate it on the face. There we go. All right, so got the mask side down. Just line it up.
What's on the mask?
So this is the repair mask. This helps to calm and soothe the skin. Alright, so let's put on here. Smooth it out around the edges. Get all the good stuff worked into the skin. Remember to do it gently because they do have needles in their skin. Just because you took off the residue with the towel does not mean you took off the spicules. That's the whole point. The spicules are in the skin for 48 hours.
So she keeps her eyes closed throughout this mask?
Yeah. Just let your clients relax. You're not putting any spicules on the eyes, but this does just kind of help calm the eye area. There you go.
And how long does this mask stay on?
All right, so this mask is going to stay for 15 to 20 minutes, depending on your client's skin. So this is the SQT repairing mask, all right? So after cleansing the skin, spread the mask on the face, adjust the mask to fit the face, enjoy for 15 to 20 minutes, and remove it, massage for absorption. So this is also a product that you can retail to your client to use at home. We have a cleanser, we have a moisturizer, and we have these masks available for retail. Alright, so she's just gonna soak that. And I'm gonna start to
Anything to close here?
we'll come back to her.